All right, great people. All right, my people, good morning from here. Here is morning, but I would like to say to you all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And some of you that are about to sleep, I will also say good night to all of you. Great people, we are back again today on BTV Channel 1. We are broadcasting live on Biafran television under the leadership of Mazi Kanu. You can also tune us on Channel 1 BTV. And we are also in different platforms. We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are in different platforms. You can also reach us there. But there's something that I want our people to understand. Some of you that never download the app of Biafran television, we would like you to go and download it. Biafran app some of you that are living in Europe that want to be watching us through your internet, through your phone, or through your gadget. But because the people in Biafra land, they are seeing us now direct on our television, on BTV, under the leadership of Mazi Okechukwu. My great people, join us so quick because it's very, very important that we preach this gospel of redemption to our people, gospel of freedom. And I hope you people haven't forgotten that the man, Isiafo Kwabobu, or Hamadike of Biafran people, the man that brought this ideology to us, that all of us have queued in today and begin to accept that we are slaves. But what we are trying to do is we want to be free from mental slavery and physical one from the Fulani Alamajiri and their cohort called British people. But before we proceed on this, I would like to introduce myself. I would not like to introduce the man that you're seeing direct now on your screen. He's going to introduce himself. And he's one of the heavyweight. I call him a heavyweight. Also a comrade. You know, some of you don't know that we have men's, calibers of men, those that have already chosen their part, that Biafra must come, either Biafra or nothing, because we are not. Now we are live on Biafran television. We are now live on Biafran television under the leadership of Mazi Okechukwu. So when you go to your channel 1 now, you are going to be seeing us live and direct. Let me introduce myself and the Mazi. After you introduce yourself, I would like you to give us, just a short prayer, not a prayer, but about our leader. I mean, just ask Chukwu to protect him. But let me go further and introduce myself. My name's Mazi Okechukwu, known as the Biafran child of Chineke, the general. I am from Ihala in Anambra in Biafra land. I am under chain of command of IPOB, chain of command. And I want our people to understand that DOS is the highest office of this movement. And the Mazi Kanu is the highest authority. Some of you that are asking for highest, who have the final say, is our leader Mazi Kanu. And IPOB is our noble family. These three things that I mentioned, we must defend it jealously without looking back an inch. Mazi, I would like you to introduce yourself. Like I said, please try to give a very short prayer to our leader. Just tell him something. Mazi, the floor is yours.
Yes, good morning and good afternoon, and at the same time, good evening, my wonderful people of Biafra, depending on your time zone. I still remain your humble servant, Mazi Okechukwu, popularly known as Methuselah. I'm also coming from the beautiful city of Vienna here in Austria. As all of us know that today is the 10th day of July in the year of our Lord 2022. As many of you know, The reason why we always gather is to make sure that we keep the candle of freedom burning, because it's very, very necessary that we make sure that the echo of Biafran restoration rekindled by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must keep on burning. And that is the necessity that all of us have as a task and as a duty to execute, which we are doing it. And having known that we're also going to encounter ups and downs, which is also one of the, recipe of freedom fighting. Without overflowing issues, like our brother demanded, I have to begin to call upon Chukwu Okechukwu on the issue and head of our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have to call upon him. Chukwu Okechukwu, we, our children, have gathered here this morning to make sure that we continuously obeying their rules and regulations, as you commanded us through our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to obey also the rules and regulations of this struggle. We are asking you to come and guide him anywhere he is today, and come and give him that courage to continue the perseverance. And having known that we, the children of Chukwu Kabiama, that is, he kept, are also obeying the instruction which is also laid down. I am asking you, Chukwu Kabiama, please look upon your children, especially those in Biafra land. Guide them, because we know that at this point in time, there are so many propaganda, so many fake news, so many backsliding, and at the same time, character assassination. It is dwelling in you that it will guide them, hopefully, with what we are doing, in order for them to still remain on the path of the truth, so that at the end of this race, we will have your name to glorify. These and other things we ask in the name of Chukwu Kabema Kriligonowa. He
say, thank you very much, my brother, my comrade, Mazi Obinna, known as the Methuselah, one name Methuselah. Thank you very much for this wonderful prayer that you have already did now. Is very wonderful. And I want our people to understand this morning that we are not doing this for Facebook. We are not doing this program for Twitter. We are doing this program direct to our people in Biafra land, because our people in Biafra land, they are watching us live and direct. They are listening to what we are saying. We have already chosen a different path on this Biafran restoration. We have gotten to this level that we are going to now begin to preach direct to our people in Biafra land. We don't need people on Facebook again. We don't need any person on media again. We have to send this message direct to people in Biafra land. And I greet you all once again that you all are welcome on today's broadcast. We are connecting the dots. We are connecting the dots. That is what we are doing here. But Mazi, thank you very much, because I know that Facebook will keep on suppressing us. They won't even allow us to get to 150. But one thing I want you to know, that people in Biafra land, they are listening. That is why we're here. But Mazi, let us connect these dots. Let us move so fast. I want us to listen to this video very, very attentively. This video is from people of Amazonia, and you will listen to what the man said. They call him a rebel. They call the man is in charge of the rebel of Amazonia. Let us listen to him, and then we begin to connect the dots. Thank you, Mazi.
The only solution we the people of Amazonia, is to buy guns. If I were you, if I were the people of Amazonia, if I was God, to get into your head, I'll tell you that, look, when you come to the United States, for example, when you come into the United States, for example, let me tell you, I live in California, okay? I live in San Jose, California. Closer down the street, or the block, as they call it, there is a gun shop. Taking left, going down further, there is a gun shop. We have a shooting range. Every Saturday I go for shooting. We have a shooting range. That means you shoot. A shooting range, you have a gun and you shoot. If America can allow citizens to own guns, licensed weapons to shoot, go for shooting range and shoot, but not to kill civilians. To allow civilians to have weapons to protect themselves. What more of you, the Biafran, that has been slaughtered by the Fulanis? You Biafrans have been slaughtered by Fulanis. Fulanis come into your area. It is unheard of. I mean, like, let me just say this clearly because it looks like they don't understand what I'm trying to say. Biafrans, Fulanis come into your area. Fulanis, like you guys have a Fulani president called Muhammadu Buhari who is clinically dead. Fulanis come to your area with clubs, machetes, and slaughter your people. And you sit and you complain on Facebook. That thing should stop. Fulanis sit. They come like they live from the north. The Fulanis, those headsmen, the gynecologists, real cows, no education, just cows. They come to your area. They slaughter your people. And you guys end on Facebook protesting. Facebook! Let me give you the solution. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Hammurabi's law. Invoke Hammurabi's law immediately. A Fulani gyneco who puts that stick on the back, like, hi, walai, you know me, I do you, you do me, I do you. Fulanis come, slaughter your people, and go scotch-free into their land, sit and rest, and enjoy the news on Nigerian TV, enjoy the news on CNN. You must be mad in the head. You, the Biafrans, you must be mad in the head. If a Fulani man gets into Biafra to slaughter your people, when you catch him, you have to do the exact thing to that Fulani man. The exact thing to that Fulani terrorist. You don't condone terrorists. And God does not forgive terrorism. If they come to your land, you have to get the right weapons to wipe them out of that planet. Wipe them out of that area. No Facebook. You don't need to talk too much on Facebook. Get the right weapons. What you need, Biafrans, are guns and bullets. I don't look. The border is so open for you to have guns and bullets. We Ambazonians have it. Why can't you have it? And you are complaining about Fulanis. You are 70 million of you, and a small group of cattle rearers, Fulanis, get into Biafra and wipe your people out. And you sit and you're complaining on Facebook and sharing. Will Facebook come to rescue you? Facebook has not rescued Donald Trump. Will it rescue you? What you need, Biafrans, are guns, explosives, and bullets. Guns. That is the solution that has worked for us, the people of Ambazonia, against La République du Cameroon. What you, the people of Biafra, what you need right now are guns and bullets, explosives, to defend your people. If you don't defend your people will be wiped out, extinguished from the earth. The process of natural selection by Charles Darwin will take place. Buy your guns and defend your women and children. Push forth. Let no one fool you. You're on your own. The junta regime of Nigeria is a Fulani regime. Muhammadu Buhari is a Fulani. He grew up as a Fulani, a cattle rearer. He can't speak English till today. All he knows is you guys have the president has gone to the place. Yes, Azurok. I am going to London to eat. I am going to London because I am sick. That is the kind of person who rules the largest population in Africa. That is the Fulani who has never studied in the four walls of any school, who can't speak English. And you are there siding with a Fulani man, paying allegiance to Asurok, so that a Fulani man whose goal is to extinguish the fighting population of the Biafra people. How can a Fulani man live from up north, come down south, and is wiping you guys out, and you guys are complaining on Facebook? Invoke the Ambazonia strategy, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Wipe them out before they wipe you out. It's a self-help situation. It's a self-help system. Wipe them out. And immediately declare a strong war against the Fulanis. That is how you invoke your power. Don't take them for, they are not educated. They are not. And they cannot be educated to fight you guys. You guys are the most learned in Africa. They are not educated. The same thing we've done for the people of Ambazonia. A few miscreants leave from neighboring La Republic to Cameroon, come and impose themselves as what they call colonial duos. In Nigeria, you may call it a local government area. In Ambazonia, we call it colonial duos, district officers. They come and impose themselves as leaders among us. One of the strategies you have to enact is to wipe out all of those so-called local government areas. Wipe them out. Delete them. Delete. You see it? Someone who bribes to get his or her way into Enam, all of those public schools in neighboring La Republic du Cameroon, jumps into Ambazonia, automatically becomes wealthy because he sponges on the people's sweat and blood. He collects taxes, bribes from the people of Ambazonia, and he lives as a neighbor to the ordinary poor Ambazonian man. And you are allowing this man to brush his teeth every day outside, good morning, brushing his teeth and spitting on the floor of Ambazonia. You have to wipe that idiot out. You don't tolerate to those idiots. If it creeps like a terrorist, it barks like a terrorist, it smiles like a terrorist, it quacks like a terrorist, it is a terrorist. No two things. It is a terrorist. Wipe it out. Even if Britain is supporting them, who cares? Ambazonia exists today. No country apart from Biafra supports us, the Ambazonian people. No country. None. No country exists today apart from the Biafran people who have supported us. But yet, Cameroon has international relationships, embassies with almost all countries in the world. Who cares? Who cares? That is what I'm saying. I keep saying that this is a slave trade mentality. It is a slave trade mentality. It is a mental slavery mentality we are having here. Mental slavery. Where you think, oh no, I cannot fight them because Britain is supporting them. I cannot fight them because France is supporting them. No, I cannot fight them because China is supporting them. You have to support yourselves. Our grandfathers, without communications, defeated the whites, the Abyssinian revolt, the Ethiopian versus the Italians. The King Menelik, he defeated the Italians without communications, without anything. Italians who were already having international relationships with other countries dating back to the 1964 Westphalia Treaty, they could still defeat the Italians in the Abyssinian revolt without any communications. What more of you who has all means of communications today? Are you depending, or are you giving lame excuses that someone comes into your land, he's supported by the Britain? Why don't you support yourself and defeat them? You are 70 million, for heaven's sake. 70 million. And let me tell you, the British, they care about human rights more than the ordinary Nigerian person does. They care about human rights more than the ordinary Cameroonian does. When you start fighting them, they have no other way to go to than to start accusing the heavy power. And who is the heavy power? Nigeria. That's the same thing we've done for neighboring La Republic to Cameroon. We started fighting them. People say, oh, can you stand up against them? Can you stand? No, I think you should back out. I think, no, I shouldn't. I think you should get away. Let me tell you this. When we started fighting this so-called junta regime of neighboring La Republic du Cameroon, many of our own people, the Ambazonians, said, oh no, we should back out. We are not equipped. We are ill-equipped. We cannot fight them. Hey, look, let me tell you this. How are we ill-equipped when we have 8 million? Even among the 8 million, we have just 2 who are willing to buy guns. You start taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the power of numbers. You start defeating them morally, psychologically, and pulling more numbers to yourself. How do we do it? Cameroon is heavily sponsored by France. Cameroon is heavily sponsored even by the United States. But when we started this war, France started backing out. Today, France is barely showing its face in this fight against Ambazonia versus La République du Cameroon. Britain started backing out. Today, British Parliament, the parliamentarians in Britain are speaking against Cameroon. But before we started this war, they were not speaking against Cameroon. So don't be afraid. They will speak out against them. Britain started speaking out against them. America went on to pull back its military aid from Cameroon. Let me tell you this. Don't be afraid of Britain supporting whoever they want to support. You have to be worried about your own self. What are you doing to liberate your own homeland? Only solution you have, we have.
Thank you, Mazi Obinna. I hope we have listened. You can hear me sound and clear, right?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you, Mazi. As we just finished listening to this video from the rebel leader of Amazonians, we have heard what he said, but now we have to begin to connect the dots, because we are here to connect the dots. Mazi Obinna, remember that there is a time that this regime that they have today in that contraption called Daminibu Zoo, you remember when these people said that everybody should submit their rifle. Any weapon they have, they should submit it. And I want you to know, if you haven't forgotten, that the Fulani that are rearing cattle, they did not submit any of their weapon. Why our people in the south, we are busy submitting our weapons to Fulani, and they are taking it back to Fulani people to begin to cause havoc in our land. Mazi, what do you have to say about this issue of this man? We are direct on BTV, Channel 1. People are listening to us in Biafra land. I don't want you to care about anything media. We are direct in Biafra land, and people are listening. That is why we are trying to push this message to our people, because we are now in Biafra land. Mazi, what do you have to say about all this message that this man gave to us? What do you have to say? What is your
Yes,
take? Thank you,
thank you, the general. A lot of things can also be deduced from what our comrade just said, and I agree with him. Irrespective of we have different scenario, and at the same time, what surrounded, or the factors that surrounded Biafran's restoration today might a little bit differ from what surrounded Ambazonia. But irrespective of what our young our brethren just said, I agree with him in the sense of we are to defend ourselves without looking upon who is behind or who is not behind others. The thing that I am here to just point out is that left for IPOB alone, when I said IPOB alone, I'm not trying to segregate and the few individuals on ground who are not registered member of IPOB, who understood the ethics of rule of law, and at the same time to be disciplined to any instruction given. It is very, very important, because you may have all manner of ammunition in the world, but if you are not disciplined, you are bound to fail. So what me and you is facing today is the same thing. We are ready. Let for IPOB alone, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not stupid. Because we have been talking since on Facebook, on Twitter. Our weapon those days was just go and tweet, share on Facebook. Let us do demonstration. But at a point, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say no. Enough of demonstration. Enough of depending only on sharing issues on Facebook, or maybe trying to go to United Nations to submit our plight. It doesn't really work like that. He always said it. Said sometimes he will go there, they will abandon him and ask him, why didn't you continue? Since you know that this is very, very important to you, why do you stop after 1970? So this is where he picked up from. And we begin to organize ourselves. He began to create Volunteers on ground. What is the essence of volunteers? Is to defend our land, which is what our brother just said now. So is to defend our land against that Fulanization. If you watch where ESN operates, is in the bushes, which is through which the Fulani always come to us. But instruction must be coming from one channel. If you want to succeed in life, if you have any battalion, you must take in order from one particular source. You cannot have two captains in a ship. So the scenario that is surrounding Biafran restoration today, they are numerous. Just like what you just said now, submit gun. Many of them submitted their guns. But I know if you tell them that time, please don't listen to these people. Keep it and secure yourself. Just like what our brother said now. Everybody wants to go to America. Everybody is giving example with America. America is the #1 world power. America also give a license to their citizens to own gun, where they are not even confronting the menace that is going on in Biafra land, where at least rule of law count, at least, if it's not so worse like in Nigeria. But in Nigeria, they can kill you. People are seeing that Fulani are killing. Boko Haram are slaughtering. Yet, people will tell them to submit your gun. You go and submit. So that is why me and you have been fighting tooth and nail to make sure we impact the knowledge on our people, to make sure we wake them up in the way they reason. If you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all his brokers, go and listen. He's crying about the mentality of an average Biafran. Many of us don't believe, we don't accept that realities, that for us to get what we want, we need to fight. It's not a matter of shouting that we need referendum, we need freedom. No, because the people you want to take the freedom from are enjoying from your own resources. So there's no how they can just release it easily. A lot our brother said, I agree with him totally. I agree with him totally. But I also want him to understand that the Biafran mentality, I don't know how to quantify it. I don't want to continue lamenting. I hate blame games. But all I am asking the Biafrans, it is a time for us to wake up. Having gone is not the remedy, but is to have gone and at the same time be disciplined. To take instruction coming from those that are leading this movement is very, very important. Because if everybody, you can see what we just passed through some months ago. Somebody will come out on the Facebook, you begin to give order. You are nobody. You don't have any position. You are not in the leadership. You don't know anything. You are not even a member. But you
yes, Mazi. Yes, Mazi Metu. That is why we have already taken it upon ourselves to begin now to preach to those of our people in Biafra land. Because we all know that Facebook can never give you any freedom. Yes, those of them that are yapping every day, lamenting on Facebook, they never give even one order. As you are speaking now, they are listening to us direct in Biafra land. And by the time we sanitize our people will begin to do the needful. Any person say that he will not hear by force, he must hear. But Mazi, there is something I want to ask you. You know, all these Fulanis that most of the time you see now, Fulani that they are 5%, they have already overrun more than 200 million people. When you come in Biafra land, we are more than 70 million. And those people that are coming from Senegambia, Chad, Niger, they are just taking over our territory, and some of our representatives and some of our governors. I don't know, can you tell me what is wrong with our people? What is wrong with our representatives? Or does it mean that these people have already accepted defeat? Or what is the problem? Or the trauma of the war is still disturbing them? But we have already told them before that we, the new generation, we are ready to take it upon ourselves. They should pave a way for us to move. But what do you have to say about this representative that we have in Biafra land today?
Yes,
thank you, Mazi.
Yes, thank you, brother. I want to summarize it with a word, what I call inferiority. What is disturbing them is what I call inferiority complex, and I'm going to expatiate more on that. Number one, when you talk about the Fulani that came into our land, they are 5% in number, and yet they are still waxing. Many of us know how we also conquered. It's by frontiers, which were called, the Ghana, the frontier force, which they recruited them. White people recruited them from Ghana that came to conquer us. I mean, this is not olden days. Now,
Yes.
the Fulani that are 5%, there are something they have that we don't have. They have what I call, they are determined. They are following instruction. They have instruction. They lay down instruction they are following. They have M. And when you are M on particular thing, you are determined to achieve it. It doesn't matter how many years it will take you. And again, nothing is diverting their attention. Nobody is preaching them about you are going to heaven today. You are not going to heaven tomorrow. This what is on this world is the vanity of vanity. Nobody is preaching them about slap you here, turn the other side. Nobody is preaching about them pray for your enemy to repent. They are not getting such message. So they are determined to achieve their aim. When you talk about 70%, it doesn't mean anything. The 70 million people, are they determined? Do they know what they are fighting for? Today, me and you is clamoring to be free. We are still have our own brethren talking about PVs. How are you going to kill them? No, they are part of us. We're only trying to educate them to see if they can be able to realize our cry. This thing we are doing is cry for help. We are crying for them to realize what is to come. But they are not seeing it. And that is why at a point I said, could it be that calamity should wake our people up? Is it the only language that our people understand? But for we that know what we are fighting, when we allow this calamity to get closer to us, it will be too late for us to react. That is why we are forcing crying every day and night. Now, coming to our own political elite, or the religious leaders, or maybe traditional rulers, as you can call them, what is disturbing them is they are inferior. It's because of they see themselves as a defeated generals. Let me use the word general. They see themselves as a defeated souls. So they are afraid to confront because they couldn't finish what they started. And many of them sabotage each other, which is what we are seeing today. So we need to learn from their mistakes. And secondly, many of them have investments in Lagos, in Hausa land. So what happened before, during the war, they took most of the properties. So they don't want to lose it again. They've invested a lot. While some is part of
Mazi Obinna, please. You said that they have a lot of properties in the north and the west and part of Nigeria. But Mazi Obinna, have you forgotten that after the war, they paid our people, those millionaires, billionaires, they received only 20 pounds. Why can't them use that the same mentality to understand that we are descendant by Chukwu Okike, that we can create things, we can make things happen? So why does they not apply that the same ideology or the same mindset they faced after the war? They received 20 pounds. Why can't them go back and begin to rethink? Because I'm trying to tell you, Mazi Obinna, you know that the new generation that we have today in Biafra have already said that they should pave a way, they should make a way for us to emerge. But I don't know. I'm just trying to come in to your conversation to tell you, why can't they use that the same thing that happened to them after the war, that they received 20 pounds and today they bounce back? Mazi Obinna, I want you to connect the dots.
Let me use this question to respond to you. How many times have we started voting and we are not getting any better results? Are our people not still talking about voting today?
They're still talking about it.
So what do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem, that they cannot realize that they have been voting since 1960 and they keep on rigging them out, keep on rigging them out today? Do you know the reason why they can't realize? Say, let us change to different method. Why must we be talking about voting? Have you asked yourself why? If I may ask you in a turn. So is only a sensible person that won't want to continue trying every day the same formula and expecting different results. It doesn't work like that. When you continue trying, experimenting, you are getting the same. You change pattern. It is normal. This has nothing to do with intelligence. Even an animal, when they continue following one particular route and they are always being devoured by a higher animal, you see them tomorrow, they will not follow that area. But in the case of our own people, they continue doing the same experiment. All I understood from them is they have instinct fear in them. They have instinct fear. And remember, many of our women were raped during the war. Let us not keep that on our side. I know our mothers, they are preserved women. They can't speak that things, something like that happened to them. Why we are having this pandemonium in this struggle today? A lot of us you are seeing today, you are calling your brother, are not your brother biologically. Many of our women were raped during the war. We have to face the reality, the general. So the product of people you are seeing today who doesn't want to believe that our people need a better life. So you can see them coming out in the open, fighting for those that are fighting for them, while seeing those that are trying to bring them down as their own messiah. So the whole scenario we are seeing today is very, very appalling, I have to confess. Now, what our people need? Our people need lies. Our people need to tell them what they want to hear. That is so easy. That is why you see these infiltrators we call autopilot to do. They came and they are shouting what they want to hear.
Mazi
Yes.
Obinna, please. We are direct on Biafran television under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi.
Okay.
And our people on the ground are listening. Whenever you want to call person's name, you call his name or her name, so that people on the ground will understand who you are talking to. Mazi, there is no political correctness here. We don't adopt any political correctness. You mention their name, you mention where they stay or where they base, so that our people will understand.
All right.
Thank you, Mazi. Continue.
Thank you for the correction. Now, the infiltrators I'm talking about is the self-acclaimed spokesperson of autopilot, which is by name Mazi Simon, the one that based in Finland. He made a lot of derogatory statements and promises, because our people love to hear something that sounds good, and because they don't know that whenever you begin to say what you want to do online, it is no more a strategy. You are just only making noise. If you have a strategy, you go on the ground and execute it, so that later your result will be speaking for you. But this young man will come out and tell them, I need money. I need money now to buy arms. I'm going to do this one to the military that is coming. I am going to meet the Finland president to give us Biafra. So our people love such. I am going to meet the Prime Minister of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. People were jubilating, and a lot of bloggers are using it, because this is what our people want. Our people don't want to hear that this thing is going to take time. We are going to die. They are also going to die. But at the end of the day, we will get our freedom. If you watch Mazi Nnamdi, he always make it a statement. They will kill us. We will kill them. He never say we are going to kill them and Biafra come. No. He will tell you they are going to kill us. We are going to kill them. So when people hear, they are going to kill us. No, I don't want to die, because I'm enjoying. I want to go. I want to go somewhere. So this house now I built in Lagos, and they say I want to die. No, this man, you are a warmonger. So the only thing they have to do now is to work against him, so that his statement, they will kill us, will not come. And they never knew that what they are doing will be worse. This time around now, what they are doing is to bring the slaughtering of our people, and we are not going to revolt, because the plan we have is not yet matured to face what that thing they wanted. They want us to go into war. I understand them. But they never know that before you go into any war, you need to plan. There must be a plan. You need to have your own strategy, have your own master plan that you need to execute. But they just want to hear, give us something, we want to do things, we want to do that. So in summary, my brother, our political leaders, it is we that is giving them the power. Ebubago today, do you see any political leader that is a member of Ebubago? The answer is no. They use us. They are using the same people that we are saying we are marginalized. So that is why everything I'm talking, I still blame we, the youth, not even the political leaders. After us, then come our political leaders, because may he still rest in peace, our gallant hero. What is his name? Our gallant hero. What is our gallant hero? Ikonso brother. Yes. Ikonso met the same promises. They came to him to also use him to work against the people, but he said no. So, and today he's no more. So this is the fear of many of them. So when they approach them, some of them, either they disappear or they will begin to work. Many of them are working with them because they know that we, Mazi Nnamdi, just like he said in the court, we are to defend our people. We are not to kill them. I ended with this statement. So they knew that we ourselves cannot begin to go after them. And that is why they are doing this thing, going in the side of Nigerian government, in the side of political leaders, to work against us, because they know that if they say no to the government, they may be after their life. But when we begin to raise our own battle, so that if you come and derail what we are doing, we hunt you down. You will not see respect will come. That is one thing that I'm finding in this struggle that is not giving me joy. A lot of us are working against us. That is how I have to keep it here, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi Obinna. This is Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah, one name Metu Headache. He's a comrade, great people of Biafra. Those our brothers and sisters are listening to us on the ground. This is one of the heavyweights. I bring him today for you to see who he is. He's working assiduously. He's working without stopping, and he's resolute, and he's formidable on this Biafran restoration project. And he himself have vowed that on this Biafran restoration, either Biafra or we keep on pushing. Mazi Obinna, I do understand your analysis. There is a point there. We have already connected the dots. And you said that our people need lies. And we know that we can never lie to our people. Of course, I know you. I have met you. I know you have that capacity to begin to lie to our people. I have saw you. I know the caliber of person you are. You can be able to lie to our people. You can concoct stories. You can fabricate lies to show our people. But you know that when we begin to lie to our people, this thing we are doing is like a child play. That is why, like I also tell my people that I also have that capacity to begin to lie to our people, to bring some certain things that is not real. And we want to let our people know when we begin to do all those things, we are delaying our struggle. Like according to what Simon Eber in Finland is doing today, which is Nelly Ofebu have done also, and their group, trying to lie to our people, projecting some evils to our people, trying to move into war, and some of them, they don't even want to accept when you call them criminal, when you call them terrorists, like Simon Eber. I remember when they tagged Simon Eber a terrorist, he was saying that it's not a terrorist. He was denying it. He was saying this, but he wants them to international community to tag Ipob a terrorist. Today, Mazi, I want to ask you before we move forward, to our next video, because it's very, very important that everything that we are saying, we have to show it in practical, to show our people so that they will understand where we are heading to. We are moving towards to restore our dignity, our motherland called Biafra, because of course we know that Africa is not working. Without Biafra coming, without Oduduwa coming, without Amazonia coming, there is no how Africa will be developed or grow or begin to contribute to the world GDP. Of course, you know today, Mazi Obinna, you know that Africa did not contribute to GDP. They always depend. Whenever crisis happen, they depend on the foreign people to come for their aid. But Mazi, I want you to let us go to this video to connect these dots. We have to connect these dots so that people will understand. This video that I want to show now, I want you to tell us the reason why those people in Nigeria cannot be able to show in a massive, protest like this, move to the presidential villa, begin to destroy, not to destroy, I mean to tell the people that they cannot take it anymore. And the video that I'm going to bring now is Sri Lanka protest. Let us see this Sri Lanka protest so that our people will begin to understand what we are talking about. Let us move to Sri Lanka protest, and I want you to tell us the reason why those people that find themselves in that contraption cannot be able. You remember what happened in NSAS Lekki protest? He couldn't last. They paid some people off. And let us see the video first before we begin to connect the dots, because we are here to connect the dots. Let us go to the video, please. Hello, Mazi Obinna. Mazi Obinna, we are back again now. We are back again, Mazi Obinna. We are back again. This is a protest that happened in Sri Lanka, right? My question to you now, Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah, one of Methuselah. We are still on IPOB, Biafran television under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. If you never download the app, please make sure you download the app because we are going to be showing all those things that whenever we show it on Facebook, they will say that we have already go against the community standard. This time around, we are not going to go any against community standard because we are streaming direct on frequency. So whenever you tune your television, you can see us live and direct. So Mazi Obinna, let us connect these dots here. You see how massive these people are. Now you see that these people have already taken the government house in Sri Lanka. Now, I want to ask you, because we have to begin to understand the reason why those people that find themselves in that contraption. We have Arewa people, we have Oduduwa people, we have Biafran people, we have Middle Belt, we have all of them. Mazi, I want you to tell me the reason why all these people cannot just come in one accord to make their life, to make life out of something, for humanity to stand. Because in that contraption, you see that there's no humanity. I don't know, whenever you act this one, you can see the presidency that is coming up because we know that all of them, they are presidency. This one we say, now my turn. This one we say, now we get our turn. This one we say, it's like tribalism is taking over the place of that zoo called Nigeria. So, Mazi, I want you to connect this dot and tell us the reason why that people cannot be able to stand in one accord to push for their freedom and mental slavery. The floor is yours, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother, the general. The answer is very simple. Even a layman knows, and the reason why it can never take place start from United Kingdom, which I give them credit for creating a smart way. A smart way of bringing what I call the Royal Niger Company, which was a mercantile company chartered by the British government in the 19th centuries. It was formed, as many of you may know. It was formed, I think, in 1879. It was formed. So, as a result, as the United African Company, that was the name, and it was renewed to National African Company in 1881. So, this analysis I'm just giving you is to tell you that this thing you are calling today a country is not a country, but rather is what I call a business venture. It's a business venture. So I don't know. Am I coming up clearly, the general? Because I think I'm hearing another voice somewhere. Okay. So like I said, let me repeat if I didn't hear me. So what I said is that the reason why we can never come together is that Nigeria is not a nation to start with. The people are people of different ideologies, where you have 200 and more than 250 languages. I didn't say dialect. I think I've used it I have done a seminar on that here before. So we are not one people. When you bring two things, those of you that are chemistry students, you said or physics rather, they said unlike poles, you understand, attract, while like poles repels. So in this case, my brother, we are not the same. That is why today I may stand up to agitate. You will now see somebody from the north, because his brother is not the president. He said, no, you are trying to bring my brother down because he's the one in charge. Then tomorrow, when they stand up, we said it's because he's our own brother. So the thing is looking us on the face. The issue is that we don't want to tell ourselves the truth. But I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming the North, because they know that they are surviving because of our resources. So even what is going on today, brother, if you look at it, we are the most ill-educated. Let me put it in that way. We are not smart, because if we are smart, we should be the one clamoring for the
will I take him up?
Mazi Metu, I think our brother is out. Mazi, please, I want you to connect back, please. I want you to rejoin us back, please, because I think you pressed some button and the thing just went off. Mazi Methuselah, please, I want you to come back. If I see your red button, now you are back again. Thank you, Mazi. I don't know what happened. I think you pressed something and the video just went out.
Really?
Mazi, continue where you stop. Mazi, continue.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
continue.
you.
Continue.
I can hear you.
Continue.
So let me just recap. What I mean is that, my brother, we are not one. We are not one in this first place. That is why we cannot have one voice. At least the experiment have showed in NSAS. You see what happened in NSAS. And today, it was allocated that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that made them to have so many destruction. And many of the youth agreed that yes, it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is IPOB. So the reason why we can never come together today and fight for one cause is because we are not one. We are not one. And at the same time, poverty is also one of the reasons. Hunger is everywhere. Just watch what is going to happen in the case of these people that are clamoring for PVs. They are going to buy many of them over for them to bring that their little PVC to go and vote for another one. But at least it happened during the delegates. APC have almost 2,320 something delegates. We have 225 delegates from the southeast. My brother, at the end of the process, it's only 40 people that voted to an Easterner in that particular election. But the 185 remaining took their vote to give someone else. So it's hunger. Hunger is also one of the reasons why our people cannot come together to fight for a just cause. Secondly, is because of we are not one. Those that created us through Royal Niger Company, they knew that this is not a people. This is just a merchandise. So we are like a business venture. So had it been we have one mind, one soul, believe you me, me and you will not be talking about Tinubu is now the flag bearer. I think is the flag bearer. We are just toiling with our future and the future of our generation that is to come. What they are doing now is what I call experiment. This thing happened yesterday in Sri Lanka, and as you may know, the president have promised to resign because they said your policy is killing us. My brother, the policy of Nigerian government have been killing our people for 8 years. The only thing they will do is to use it to make comedy. You have Facebook comedians today. They are only good in mockery. And when president says something, they will mock with it. Then it will become a laughing stock. Then they will continue wallowing, crying and lamenting and waiting for another 8 years to do another experiment. They are about to do another experiment. Then after 8 years, they continue again. Something is wrong with us, I tell you. Let me leave it here, brother. So we are not one people. We are not one.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi Methuselah. Thank you, Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah. We are still direct on Biafran television, Channel 1, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where we always set the record straight and we are connecting the dots. I am here with my comrade, with one of the heavyweights. Of course, if you don't know him, begin to know him from today, because time to time, he's going to be coming to Biafran television to speak to our people that they are direct in Biafra land. Like I said, we are moving so fast. According to our brother here, he said that we are not one and can never be one. We are not one people. That is why we see, Mazi, I agree with you 101%. That is why they will come to you, they will tell you the diversity is our strength.
Mm-hmm.
That is how they always hold our people. All these, let me say, British people, they will be telling you diversity is your strength. How can diversity be your strength while you people are not one people? We are not one. We don't have one religion. We don't have one way of life. I mean, there's no, culture is different. Everything about with these people are different. That is the reason why we are into this mess that we are. Because if we are one people, we can be able to use one mind to move. Especially what is happening today in Amazonia. You will see that Amazonia people, they are one people fighting the other opposition. But when you come in that contraption called Daminebuzu, you will see we have different tribes, like when you talk about Arewa, you talk about the West, which is Yoruba Oduduwa, you talk about the Biafran people. when Biafran people trying to ally with Yoruba, some of them will deviate and begin to say it cannot work like what Tufubi is doing today. It's my turn. And they know quite right that since the amalgamation of that contraption and Igbo speaking Biafra, those that are contributing the higher GDP of that contraption, those that the oil is coming in their land, never ruled that contraption. Apart from the one, a very good luck. We know the reason why he got there, because of the Yaradua debt. Without the Yaradua, that guy can never be there. And also the help of our sister, Ezekwesiri, that leaked the secret that Yaradua died, which is exactly what they are doing to Buhari today. Buhari have died since 2017, and nobody is talking about it. He's wearing mask, ruling over 200 and something millions. So, Mazi, I do understand that the problem is we are not one people. And that thing is giving a lot of problem in that contraption. It's making a lot of problem, because if we are one, we could be able to stand and fight those enemies that are coming from Senegambia, Chad, in the jail. I don't know how these people will be only 5%, and they are just ruling everybody. And I also agree in what you said before, that the reason why it's like these people have one voice. Look at what Eberima in Finland, after they see that the adoption, they kidnap our leader, now they begin to dish out some statement that is not acceptable to us. Begin to say that they are giving order, they are doing this. But Mazi, if I may ask you, I want you to talk to people of Biafra before we move again to what is happening today in Abraka. Because Abraka people today, they are confronting the terrorists that are coming from Senegambia. They are confronting the terrorists that are coming from Chad, Niger, Sahel, from Sudan. They are confronting them today. All those things that Mazi Nnamdi have been telling us. Some of us think that they are doing this thing only to hinterland of Biafra. But today in Abraka, the vigilantes, they are confronting them. They are facing the heat today. It's going to touch every one of us. Nobody will left. There is a video we also saw where a brother to the former commissioner of, is it not Bayelsa State?
Bayelsa, yes.
Today is in grave, crying, man. You see now, one Nigeria have hit them. You know, we said them, we told them, don't let one Nigeria hit you. Because if one Nigeria hits you, there is no how we can survive it. So, Mazi, I want to ask you, because this is a very important question. Who is in charge of this movement that we are today? Who is the leader? And who is in charge? Because, you know, we have to begin to tell our people, because, Mazi, I want you to know that we are direct in Biafra land. I don't care what Facebook is, you know, anything they want, they can do. They can reduce us to one viewers. As far as 70 millions of Biafra, more than 70 millions of Biafra are listening to us, Mazi, we are moving forward. So I want you to tell me who is the leader and who is in charge. From who we should take order from. You know, Mazi, I want you to tell us before we move straight away to the next agenda we have here, because we will keep on setting agenda for them and they will keep on following us. Mazi, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will not waste much time because this is a crystal clear to everybody, but I just want to say it for the sake of posterity and so that the people will know that we are still on track. I call it noise. I call it noise from the background. You know, when people are making noise, it's necessary to make noise. And the lies, deceptive, and at the same time propaganda that doesn't last, brother. It's just a matter of time. And but the only thing is that there will be people at that particular point in time you use it to deceive, which are at the point in time when they let us know what is the truth, they will return back. But the only thing that it has on us is it will delay most of our activities. But we are still on the track. Mazi Nnamdi, as me and you know, still remain the overall leader of this noble organization. And Mazi Nnamdi is not leading alone. Mazi Nnamdi have what I call a constituted authority, which is not also constituted by him, but also by the people of indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi is the overall, like I said. Normally, before we do have deputy, you know, which is the second in command. But because of, because of eventualities, I will put it in that way, is one thing that we have been, witnessing in this struggle. That one has come and gone, and we said there's no need of having a deputy. It is better we have Directorate of State, which is headed by Mazi Okechukwu, which is in charge, as me and you is talking. It's not only to tell you or to tell Biafran that is in charge. I think the antecedent, the scenario that is playing out will tell you that we are not muzzling any power with anybody, because I don't think we have anybody to compare with the leadership of this struggle. It's just like it's like an insult to compare somebody or with a group of people. It's never done. So the yardstick to verify, because sometimes it is good for us to speak, and at the same time we clarify the reason why we are speaking. Today, the autopilot group headed by Simon Eba that came to destroy this struggle with Nnamdi of Febu. Before it was autopilot, then they now have autopilot Idu. They try with autopilot, it didn't work. They joined in with Idu, it didn't work. And now they left Idu. Now they have joined another one, which we call Biafra National Guard. So why I'm telling you this is to tell you that they have tried impossible ways to destroy indigenous people of Biafra, headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as he stands now. And they couldn't succeed. What is the tool they came with? It's very easy. And that is why we keep on lamenting every day by day. Many of you that may not understand, when you wake up, you think that everybody have woken up. No, there are people that are still waking up. There are people that have to wake up. There are people that are still in bondage. And that is why every time, from time to time, we make sure we just talk 2 or 3 things to tell you that we are still guiding many of you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, overall leader. Chike Doziem is the head of the Directorate of State, in charge. And the reason why I told you that he's in charge, Chike Doziem have never told you yesterday, I have joined another group. Maybe one day he joined another group. No. Chike Doziem still remain the head of the Directorate of State of IPOB. We didn't match. Our leader said it. If he's not IPOB, he's not IPOB. If he's not Radio Biafra, he's not Radio Biafra. We are not after creating radio by radio, every day radio, another day radio, another day on internet. Like our brother said from Amazonia, you then get your freedom by only creating websites. You understand? It's never done like that. So the things to tell many of you that Mazi Okechukwu is still in charge of this struggle, he never changed. He never joined Biafra National Guard. He never joined Masob. He never joined Udu. He never joined autopilot. They never created any radio whatsoever since our leader, because they need to maintain what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have constituted. What you need to do now is to maintain. For me, like I said, when you watch my program, I normally replay his broadcast because Oku Chalo, Oku brother, he have finished everything to talk. The only thing we should be doing to be reading it like a Bible, reminding our people, reading and explaining, so that it's for them to follow up. So, like I said, I think I have answered your question, my brother, the general.
Yes, you did, Mazi. Thank you very much. And we also have to tell our people that the Code of Conduct Section VI says, on absent of our leader who is in charge, which is Mazi Okechukwu Mazi, there's one question I want to ask you now, and I want you can use only 2 minutes or 1 minute before we move fast, because we are not waiting for anybody. We just want our people in Biafra land to begin to listen to what we are saying, that we have already come. We have already chosen this part of Biafran restoration, either Biafra or nothing, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I keep on saying it without any missing word. Any of you that you are in this IPOB, as far as our leader is now in somewhere in DSS Donjon, who we all will listen to is Mazi Okechukwu. It does not matter. But Mazi, let me ask you this question so fast. Mazi, you know that Biafran restoration is not an independent. You know that. You know that quite right, right? Do you know? Or is it independent? It's not independent. No. Now, Mazi, let me put this question to you. I just want you to clear it so that our people also on the ground will listen. If you agree with me that Biafran restoration project is not independent, which our leader have said time without number, because there's a time they were accusing our leader that our leader go and change Radio Biafra to his name and his wife's name and his son name and his second son name. That is a family business. That is what the National Vanguard or Tribune was accusing our leader. And our leader came on broadcast, said that you people should go and see the company house. Is there already something that is in public domain that you can see, you can search and see? Because every company in Britain is free. You can Google and log in and see. Now you agree with me that Biafran restoration is not independent. Should our finance be independent? That is the question to you, Mazi. I want you to answer before we move forward. You don't need to call people name, but I just throw this question to you.
In summary, brother, I know they said, like I do repeat, experience is the best teacher, and that is why it is good for us to, those of us that have never joined any organization before, maybe you happen to be have a mantle of leadership. Sometimes you need to listen. Me that is speaking, I have headed a very large group as a president of, I do repeat it here. I am the one time a president of the youth, youth president where I come from, Catholic youth president. I was once a Catholic, and I know when you head in a cathedral, is a large number of people. So not only that, even in my university where I graduated, I also held a position, and and so many other organizations that have joined. Even here we have the one they call engineering society here in Austria, which also I'm a member. So you can't the highest position in any organization is the president. Is either the president, is either the prime minister, or as the case may be. Like in this case of our movement is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then after like just what you said, code of conduct. Don't worry, maybe very soon it's time for us to begin to explain to our people this code of conduct. I believe this is why many of them are not really following it. I think we'll have a time, maybe in our program, whether it's the section 1 or just explain it. Just like many of them are now, they don't know the rule of law, they don't know anything, they don't know their rights. You understand? In the place they are living. So in any organization, the leader remain the highest. You remain the highest. You must be submissive to your leadership, which is headed by the president, or as the case may be, as it stands now, headed by Mazi Okechukwu Mazi. Financial, media, they are under the leader, highest leader in command. So that we are not running a different organization. Unless you want to tell me that the finance have another name they are answering, they are not under IPOB, then I can listen to you. But provided the finance is also under IPOB, is also controlled by the highest in command, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not with us as he stands now. He's in DSS custody. He made a provision. If I'm not around, look at the person you are going to listen to. So that respect, every accolade we give to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to transfer it to the one that we are seeing, the one that is giving us that command. This is how it is everywhere. Our own is not going to be different. Biafran child. Yes, can you hear me? I don't know whether I have answered your question. So, in summary, it's not going to be different. They are under. They are not independent on their own. They are not independent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is what I want to hear. So now, I hope our people are beginning to understand the reason why we're here, to connect the dots. We are not coming here to abuse people. You may go to your platform and begin to do such. But whenever we come to Biafran television under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are just trying to connect the dots so that our people will begin to understand some certain things they don't know. Like my brother said now, a comrade, he said, very soon we're going to begin to read that code of conduct from section 1 to the end. Maybe when I will come again, you bring your own section where you have read. I will also bring my own. We begin to connect it together to begin to, because it's also our Bible too. According to what you said, our leader messages are Bible connected with also code of conduct. That is something that our people have to begin to understand. And we are going to be also trying to make sure that we make the pages available to our people so that them themselves will also go there and read the code of conduct and begin to understand what the code of conduct said. Mazi, thank you very much for that answer. You did it well, because that is what I want you to tell me, if it's independent or not. But now you said that it's not independent. Let me bring this right up. Somebody put it here about Methuselah. He said that one day, Methuselah, you did a good justice to that question. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had finished this assignment. We'll now begin to read more because we have a lot of things to say. So you people can also read it. But the guy was trying to say that you did a very justice on that issue that you just put up there. that is not independent, because that is what we are trying to bring out of this question that I asked Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah, one name Methu Headache. We are direct in Biafra land. People are listening. Over 70 million. Over 70 million are listening. Mazi, there's a video that I want to bring out here now. What is happening today in Abraka? You know, let us connect the dots also to know if our people are waking up, or all those things that our leader were saying before. Does it mean that our people think that our leader is lying? Because what the video that I'm bringing, like what I said, we are going to be showing a lot of things. We don't care if you say you go against community standards. Not for us now that we are on frequency. You understand? We are setting the record straight. So let us bring this video so that our people will see it and see what is happening today in Abraka. Must let us see the video.
Finish them! Bullet. Load. People don't go. Move forward. No bullet. No top. Give me.
Thank you, Mazi Obinna. We have finished the video, and I want you to know something. This is something that our leader have been saying for a long time, that Fulani are coming. But I want you also, when you are talking about these Fulani people, I don't want you to use that word called bandit, because we know that these people are not bandits. These people are terrorists. These Fulanis, these Islamic Wahhabis / jihadist terrorists, they are coming with conquest called holy war. They are coming with ethnic cleansing. They are coming to take over your land, to enslave people. You understand? For people to begin to abide with this their stupid ideology, which is conquest or Islamization. But we know that we thank that these people couldn't even conquer our great-grandfathers, because there is no place in Biafra land today that you will go, they will be telling you that these communities are Ndenakuisinad. I don't know how to put it, but we thank Chukwu for that. But Mazi, this video that we just finished watching now, they are armed Fulani terrorist headsmen battling communities vigilantes in Abraka, Delta State. Mazi, where are they today? You know that it's not hinterland, they are now in coastal region of Biafra. Mazi, what do you have to say about this issue? Because Fulani are coming, and there is no how you can stop them. Fulani are there already. Remember, they have already pushed all the ammunition. We saw them also when they were bringing their foot soldiers. We saw them when they were dropping it also at Bini, in the Bini city. We saw all those videos, but I don't know the reason why most of the time when you are telling our people that these people are coming, does it mean that our people don't even see all these videos that we're seeing, or are they blind, or the media room in that contraption don't show them all these things? Mazi, I want you to talk about this. You hear what they are saying. Finish them all. That is what they say. Finish them. Don't finish them. Mazi, take over the floor. Thank you, Mazi Obinna.
Yes. Thank you, the general. Just like I always tell my people, no matter how we try to pamper, what is coming to us, it will get to everybody. It will get. Do you know? The irony is that when it's coming, he's not going to ask you, are you a member of an IPOB? Are you supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? No. The calamity can befall even you that is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been shouting this to the extent of going in the public to say what he don't supposed to say. There's a way you be shouting. People don't want to hear you. Then you now begin to do otherwise. Because he traveled all the way to America to go and tell them, I need guns and bullets. I know how they were shivering. Even they now left the question, his demand, and start asking him, which passport do you use to come here now? You understand? So it now become a question of passport, not a question of what. Let us look into what this man is telling us, that the Fulanis are coming, the terrorists are coming to take our land. So they always see it as a propaganda. That's why many of them in the past, forget about you see many of them now clamoring as if they care for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, especially those in autopilot. These are the people that are also telling us that we are preaching propaganda. It's a propaganda that nothing like terrorists coming. Even at a point, they want to now begin to accuse our own people that they are the one responsible, not any Fulani terrorism. They are nothing like Fulanization. That is normal, is our people. So, and many of them were skeptic, even when ESN was created. They see ESN as a bakase. They said, no, we don't want to support them because tomorrow now, they start killing our people. What Bakassi did. We told you this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu groomed these people. Before he began to create this, he have already tested them through what I call volunteer forces. What is volunteer forces? Come and work for your people without any monetary interest or whatsoever, any financial obligation. Just come and work for your people. Use their money, transport yourself. Come and work for your people without asking for payment. And many of them did it. So these are the places Mazi Nnamdi Kanu begin to pick one individual to begin to form Eastern Security Network. When it was launched, a lot of people were saying it's a lie. It's a lie. This is from Cameroon. It's Ambazonia. It's not us. When they see that it's now us, they now begin to say we are killing people, our own people. We are going to the police station, burning it and collecting their rifle. So my brother, it's not that it's not funny what is going on in Biafra, but somehow, sometimes calamity need to visit you so that you can now begin to understand the cry of IPOB. So Abaraka people, they are like just what you said. This is coastal region. It is coming. It is coming. It is coming. I don't know whether what they are shooting. Are they shooting animal? Animal is shooting them back. It's also what we are talking. Somebody must be shooting them back, which is Fulani terrorists. And they have done a lot. They have done, even as me and you speaking now, there's a tanker that exploded in Anambra Catholic Church. It's on fire as me and you speaking. So had it been the government is working, you will not have such a thing like that. Everything is still based it on government. So these terrorists that are in our land, Okechukwu also contributed in Lord Wanta when he was boasting. I gave them sight. I want them to go and be there. People were clapping. Yes, this is a humanity. But we know where we are clapping. It's not that we hate individuals. If Fulani want to come into our land, they need to come inside the city and live like ordinary human beings. You don't have to live inside the bush. So we are even giving them that option. That is the crime we committed by telling them, even we that are also residing in your own place, we are not living in the bush. We are not raping your children. We are not taking your wife. We are not destroying your crops. We are only obeying the rules and regulations you set in your land. Our people don't drink beer anyhow in their land now. If they drink beer, they may behead them. If they speak against their Muhammad, they will be in trouble. So our people are respecting their own law. They set there. So we expect them to respect our own law. They need to come out from the bush, live within the city. But as it stands now, we don't need both CTO, both in the bush, because we understood their strategy. So that is why we urge our people, stop listening to the preaching you are getting inside the church. I know why I'm repeating it. Defend yourself. since you cannot help, contribute so that ESN can defend you. Many of you are telling us we are scammers. Some of you tell us, I don't want to contribute now. They want to use it to go and buy houses in the Western world. Chike Dozem is driving Jeep with the one we give him. So I don't want to contribute. The thing is coming. And when it comes, everybody will partake. Let me leave it here for now, brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi Methuselah. You also touched about religion. I'm going to bring it up very soon because we also have to connect the dots because I just heard you said don't listen to what those people are telling you in the church, telling you this and that or that and that you shouldn't defend yourself, you should fold your hands. And Fulanis, they are coming with sophisticated weapon, assorted rifle, and somebody will be there. Somebody that have already have a security. They where he's sleeping, even though before you get his bedroom, there is 3 soldiers standing there. Before you even cross the gate, there's a soldier standing there. Before you get to themselves, they have a helicopter they will use to fly to neighboring states. And they are telling you to fold your hands that nothing will happen. But Mazi, before we go there, because you said a lot of things, before you go there, because you also said that some people, if you tell them to contribute, they will be saying that you will use it to kill our people. Or when Mazi can set up ESN, people are saying that it's Amazonia. Now, when they understood that it's our militia that are going to support us, because we also have to have our own. All these people that are fighting for presidency today, they don't even have militia that will defend them. The one they try to have, our leader created, they want to destroy it. That is what they're doing. So, Mazi, you mentioned about killing people. Mazi, who are those people that are killing people in that contraption? Remember that Onyendu said, the day that you begin to kill your own people, that Biafra will come. Are you telling me that it's IPOB now is killing their own people? Or there is some people killing? Because I have saw you many times on your broadcast calling some people, asking me some question, who is keeping this seat at home, who is enforcing seat at home. Mazi, I want you to answer me those questions because now we are speaking to those people they are directly Biafra land. They have to understand all those things you're saying. Mazi, I want you to tell us who are those people that are causing mayhem, heinous crime in our land. Who are those people? Because I don't even know. I want you to tell us, Mazi. The floor is yours.
Thank you, my brother. We need to be correct and at the same time to speak the truth, regardless of the consequences. I can't begin to tell you that the Fulanis are the only people that are killing. I have to be correct. I don't need to shy away because we need to let our people know so that they can be able to guide themselves and at the same time their moves. Fulanis are the one committing the atrocities in a larger scale through their military. When I talk about Fulanis, I'm talking about Nigerian military at the same time because these are the Boko Haram that we are integrated into Nigerian army and then send them to Biafra land. So that is why they kill without looking back. Then we have another set of people that are killing, either by directly or indirectly, which I'm going to explain. They are those of them that are being in subordination to this struggle, and I will explain. Mazi Simon Ekpa, Nelly Ofebu, these are the people. Rabbi Charles them. These are the people. Their actions have also contributed in the killing of our people, and that is the reason why. If you don't know, I have to say it now. And if anybody have a contrary opinion, they can also as well, raise it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouted from courtroom. He's not shouting because of the military that is killing us, because he know that what he created can also as well to defend ourselves. The reason why we have ESN is not to defend our people. That's the only thing. The ESN is not to kill our people. But there's some group of people in our land who are giving their own directives. That's why I told many of you, in subordination. Like when you come out in the open on Sunday, you say people should go at home on Sunday and sit at home. I don't know many of you that are watching. If people are sitting at home today on Sunday. So when you say sit at home on Sunday, sit at home, continue. If anybody come out, I'm going to do you this. If you come out, then the Nigerian government, through their militaries, they have strategically mounted in our place. They will send them to go and commit mayhem. Then they will now transfer it to the IPOB. That's why you see killing. After the killing, in the morning, the following days, you see newspaper. Vanguard will carry it, Punch will carry it, IPOB camp destroyed, IPOB camp recovered, IPOB, they will now begin to bring all manner of people, begin to interview them, begin use the Biafran flag to arrange in different places. And they don't want to call Simon Ekpa name because they know that he is not a leader. That is why they always put it in the head of, they will not tell you IPOB headed by Mazi Nnamdi, because Mazi Nnamdi is their target. It's not all this referral on the internet. Mazi Nnamdi, they are having him. So they are looking for opportunity to nail him more, to bring more evidence. And if you watch one of the count charges, the level against him, if you watch, you will see that they included his causing mayhem in Anambra, as the case of that Anambra election, which has come and gone. So their actions is also taking the life of our people. You can see how they infiltrate most of our people and begin to give them guns, which is everybody here. It is not something hidden. You see them coming out online, listing the number of guns they have bought, and begin to call names of them to go and do this and do that. And at the end of the day, when IPOB discovered, when the Directorate of State discovered, we have no option than to call their names so that the world will know that they are not with us. Not when they commit atrocities, they will put it in the head of IPOB. If we don't call their name, whatever they put on our head, they deserve it, because we didn't tell the world that they are not part of us. So I commend the Directorate of State for making that move. I know it's a very hard move. People were crying. Why are you calling the names? Why are you calling the names? You are putting their life in danger. But they have put the life of millions of Biafrans in danger, using their hand to commit it, either directly or indirectly. So this is the reason why this thing happened in this struggle at this particular point in time. We overcome. We need to go and do a very big merriment. We need to rejoice, because we defeated this monster that came. We have never seen something like that before. You can believe with me, since we started this struggle, we've never witnessed, because this one is inside us. So it is very hard to differentiate, because they are shouting what you are shouting. They come out and they say, "Oh, hey, Biafra, Mazi and Kanu must come out," because it's what me are you shouting. So it's not before, other than when they were against what we are doing. They are for what we are doing, just by mouth, but by their action, they are working against us. So there are two categories of people that are doing the killing in Biafra land. One is the infiltrators coming from Nigerian government, which I call, you can call them Fulani's terrorists, but they are in form of Nigerian military. Then we now have other people, which is, find yourself inside us, who are giving directives and they are not executing. So they are using it to kill our people. Many of us have seen a lot of videos that we are online, where a little girl was captured and she was crying. I have played that in my program, Time Without Number. The lady was crying that she wants to go. They say, no, you don't have to go, because today is sit at home being Sunday. And I ask myself, who put sit at home on Sunday? Nobody. Except this Simon Ekpa that put sit at home on Sunday. I don't want to know whether he's the one that commanded the men that raped that girl. But I have used what he said to commit atrocities. Who are you going to put it on the head? It's the head of the person that made the pronunciation. So that is why they have come and they have gone. So what me are you talking about is the effect, which we have, conquered, and at the same time still in line to make sure that we pay attention to the leadership. This is what I have to say, dear franchise.
Thank you very much. I will also add to what you just said, because you called the name of people, but I believe you did not finish it. We have people called also, a woman called Madam Oyibo. They have the one they have also called Bridget Okafo, with one guy they call Pastor Jack. They are those people also setting a camps in our villages, in our forests, trying to use it against our people. These people have already placed themselves on salary. That is why today you see one guy called Double Lion.
Yes.
Because of the infiltration of a Simon Ekpa, by paying them, telling them, these people you see before, they are the men of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are working with our leader. But you cannot tell us that you are IPOB last month, and now you go and steal, and they caught you. You want to be telling us we are IPOB is unacceptable to us. And I love what Mazi Shinasamoru did.
For sure.
If I am in his position, when I will call their name, I will call their family's name. I will call their father's name. I will call their mother's name. I will call their community. I will call their son name. If I'm in position of, I'm telling you, I keep on telling people that Mazi Shinasamoru is a good person. He's just trying to talk about the individual who is committing heinous crime against our people. Look at today, they have killed that guy called Baby because of Simon Ekpa is infiltrating them, telling them that the money they are getting, that Mazi Sanwo-Olu, they will give them like 20 naira. Mazi Sanwo-Olu will go and give them 1 naira and collect the rest of the money. And that is the reason why today the money we have in the Umweri account, over more than 1.something million, there is nowhere to be found today. They have already destroyed and squander all the whole money. Also, they tell us about $745,000. Where is the money? Because they are trying to buy all those people out. Also, them plan to kill Ikonso because they see that Ikonso don't want to collect bribe. Our hero, may his soul rest in peace. Yes. They went to connive and kill him. And I want our people to understand that Rabbit Charles is among them. Oyibo is among them. Bridget Okafo is among them. There is something that I'm not going to say. Secretary to our leader, and we will dip into it to know involvement, because these people knows that our leader was in Kenya. They know, because according to Mazi Sanwo-Olu, because what we are saying is not a lie, it's something that you can find in public domain. Mazi Sanwo-Olu say he called his secretary. Did you know that they kidnapped our leader? She says she knows. For 8 days, you couldn't tell them. But let me stop it there, because there's some things that we can say on radio, on Biafran television, and some things that we are not going to say. When it clears, we begin to talk about it. But let me stop there. And I have told our people, those that my comrade Methuselah couldn't put on his, when he was calling names, like somebody like Madam Oyibo, the one that started her foundation with $100,000, and that is audio money. That woman did not give us any money. It was audio money just to, to water her ground, to be able to penetrate our leader. We don't know that even though the money, you remember the woman said that she will sell her house by then if our leader permitted her to do so. Yeah. All these things win the heart of our leader to be able to penetrate, to be able to begin to control our leader. That is why today all this thing is happening to our leader. They also tell us, that our leader told them that our leader did not trust his own leadership again. But those leadership he did not trust. The day those leadership were not involved, that is where he kidnapped our leader. Who is saying the truth now, Mazi Methuselah? Who is telling the truth? Who? The people that you said that he did not trust were not there. And some of you now that our leader trusted are the people that sold our leader. So you see how the thing is moving. So Mazi, let us go to this issue, because you always talk about the religion. I hope you haven't forgot what Pastor Oyedipo said. Pastor Oyedipo of Redeemed Christian Church of God or Christ. I don't know what they call it. You remember the article that he put up? He put that article within 3 days or 4 days. We begin to, even though I did a quick video, that this man, if I say he have woken up from his slumber, but now what you have to do is like you also have to help your people to equip them, not only to be writing articles. After we did all those things, within 1 day, the man, probably the Fulani have called him, tell him we are coming for you. Overnight, the man turned back again. He said, I never tell Christian to go and buy gun. Now, Methuselah, I want to ask you, are they going to defend themselves with a catapult, or are they going to defend? So, before you continue, let me bring another person again have put another write-up. Let us connect the dot. Because what I'm asking now is that this man what they have to do is this. The man have to, this is the write-up, but because the stream is very small here, I'm going to read out the write-up of man, so that our people, of course, people that are seeing us now, they can see the write-up very good, but because I'm using my computer, I can't see very well, so I have to read it out here from my phone, the write-up of the man, what he put on there. And we want to connect the dots. Know that what happened to us when we are trying to promote Pastor Oyedipo of Redeemed Christian Church of God. At the end, this man left us on the middle of the road, because we are trying to promote it, And man saw that everything is going well. He just come back from tribune. I did not say. So what I'm trying to connect here is that we are pushing this man if he can be able to make a video. Even though a 30 minutes video will be okay, so that whenever because probably very soon he will say, I'm not the one that said it. He will say, probably because it's a write-up, just an article. According to, the same thing that Oyedipo did. We are trying to say it, he come, because there's no video for you to hold him accountable that he is the one that said it. That is why I'm trying to push this in. If this man can also make a quick video, pay attention to what the man writes. From the article says, if they fire you, fire them too. Are you listening? If they fire you, fire them too. This is by Bishop David Abiyome to the Northern Christians. This is not a Yoruba man, I think it's from Ile Ibinu. He says his name is Ibiyeomie, but it's Bishop David Ibiyome. I cannot pronounce this word, but forgive me. That is why I pronounce the name. Let me pronounce the surname again so that you people know how to put it. It's Ibiyeomie. That is the surname, but the way I pronounce it here is Bishop David Ibiyome to the Northern Christians. Now he proceeds to say, all of you in the Northern, hear me. Don't do that, Christians. Don't do that, Christians. To you, carry your walking stick, buy your walking stick, and be walking with your walking stick. You remember, you know what he's calling walking stick now?
I know.
He also further said, all of you in the North, brothers and sisters, get good walking stick so that when you walk, the walking stick can support you. All of you in Kaduna, hear me. Get good walking stick so that it can support you when you are moving. They are not the only one who know where to buy walking stick. If you shoot, if they shoot you, shoot too. If they fire you, fire too. Then there will be peace. Defend yourself. So the man is trying to say, if they shoot you, shoot too. If they fire you, fire them. There will be peace. Defend yourself. So you saw the picture of the man. I don't know if you want me to also forward this article to you on through there. You will, but I think you will get it.
I have it.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I'm saying now is, I want you to talk about this video, this post, and I want you to connect the dots. I want you to connect the dot of Pastor Oyedipo of Redeemed Christian Church of Christ. You remember the article that he put up within 2 days or 3 days. He is the one that also came out again, begin to say, I did not tell any Christian to go and defend themselves. He said, I did, but I did not tell them to go and buy gun. Another one, David again has to face, telling you, say, if you shoot back. Okay, he's from River State. They say he's from River State. So he says he's from River State. Okay, he's from River State. So he said, when they shoot you, you shoot back. If they touch you, go and buy your walking stick. So what I'm trying to say is this. Mazi, just hold on 1 minute. Hold on. Don't speak, please. Don't speak, please. So that if you tell them to go and buy their walking stick. So my appeal to him is that if this man can be able to give us a short video of 1 minute, because what I'm saying that tomorrow, article, tomorrow he can defend it that he is not the one that do that article. There's some people just use his face and use all his picture to put up this article. Let us connect this dot. So if we can put this man to make us just a video clip of 1 minute, so that whenever he will deny, we will bring the video, because video can never lie. I don't know, maybe you are trying to connect the dot. So Mazi, the floor is yours. I want you to connect the dot between Oyedipo and this man, and our people will understand. Like you said before, you say maybe when they go to church, Jesus Christ will protect them.
Yes.
I want you to. Very much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, brother. Left for me alone. That will be my cardinal objective of disseminating my own information, because that's the root cause of our problem. Every problem we can bring now still steps on the way we are, the way we reason, the way they have conditioned us to reason, because we grew up with
Mazi Obinna, please. It's Adeboye, not Oyedipo. It's a mistake. It's the first one that the first post that they did was Adeboye, not Oyedipo. I made a mistake. Oyedipo of Pastor Oyedipo of Redeemed Christian Church of God. But
That's
continue.
true.
But this one is different now. This is another person
Yeah,
again.
I
This
think
one now is David.
yes, I know. Well, I would not.
Okay.
I will not. I'm going to connect it to Biafran struggle. As the case may be, because for them to speak is easy, just like to write, like the other one that I've written, and out of a sudden, but I don't know the meaning of defend yourself, but don't buy gun. I don't just understand. I don't understand. I don't know whether they are going to defend with a holy water or to defend with a sticker. You know, they have a lot of materials they give them in churches. Jesus save. God is my redeemer. So all this kind of sticker they gave them at home. So in nutshell, this has been a problem of a black man, and our leader has been crying. I know why I don't want to begin to bring so many clips about that. I just want to bring in it small, so that I don't need to. I know our people grew up with this. They grew up with this mentality. So you don't expect them to leave it easily. You are going to, it's by gradually. If you put one, you wait. You put two, because if you put it at the same time, they may go crazy and they may begin to work against you. So what we are doing is small to let them know that this thing is here to destroy us. Had it been is preaching about like just what this man wrote now, this thing now have become an object matter. Why? Because it's new to me and you. It is something that is not normal for them before. So they have not been telling us defend ourselves. They're always telling us pray. Let us, even this Nigeria that is boiling today, they have been telling us pray for Nigeria since 1940 something. They have been talking about pray for Nigeria. Even they even put it in their church program. It is called prayer for the faithful. I remember when I was into religion, when I was into Western foreign religion, which we call Christianity, they will always have a particular section in church those days, pray for Nigeria. And one of us will be praying. They call it prayer of the faithful. But the problem we are still having today, we have been praying that. Can't we come at a moment and ask ourselves, we have been doing this praying to defend ourselves. We have been praying for Nigeria to become good. Yet, it is not working. Does it mean that God doesn't answer our prayer, or God have never forsaken us, or we are not doing the right prayer? If we are not doing the right prayer, which one is the right prayer? Now, the people that brought us the religion, me and you are living in their land. You are in Germany, I'm in Austria. I don't know whether you can hear noise from the window of your building in the name of people are shouting on the street.
Impossible.
With megaphone.
Impossible.
It's not done. Even here, the black people also came from all the way from Nigeria. Even Benin, I know a Benin woman. They have church here now. But the government put it underground. They give them underground so that it go inside that underground and begin to shout. Don't disturb people living, on the street. So what we are telling our people, these people we are seeing today, we call men of God. They don't care for you. If you want to know why they care, whether they care for you or not, watch out. Every time there's an election around the corner, they always use them because they know that they tell you what you obey. Why? Because you call it a man of God. In other words, what comes from him is also coming from your God, what you call God. So that is why the politicians know. So every election for 4 years, they will go and meet them. So a pastor will come and tell you, this man is good. I have seen him. He's a man of God. He has the interest of Nigeria at heart. He's going to fix everything. You will agree. Why? Because a man of God has spoken. So that is the scenario we are having today in the case of Adam Baka and the P2B and he did it also during the time of Jonathan. You always go to him. He say Jonathan is a bad luck because it's not good luck. It's a bad luck. For Buhari, we see where we are today, and another person will still go and meet the same man that have already proclaimed some time ago. You people will still be listening to them. So I see it as a problem endemic to us. It is the foundation of our stupidity, not to pay attention. It breeds insubordination. It's also making us not to face the realities of life. What is the reality? They are shooting us. What are they using to shoot us? It is called gun that have bullets. How are you going to make them to stop so that when they kill you, you kill them? So they will not say, oh, so they are killing me and I'm killing them, but I don't want to die. now let me withdraw to find another way to see whether we can coexist. Many of us know how military do come to our land to go and to come and embarrass our people that are doing meeting in various places. This time around now, are you seeing Operation Python Dance, Operation Crocodile Smile? They come with a strategy. Before, they don't even plan it. You wake up one morning, you hear Operation Python Dance, Operation Crocodile Smile. There will be Muslim power because we are crying and wailing. Our international community, where are you? Come and help us. But they have seen now, some group of people have now organized themselves to say, no, let us go and begin to defend our people in the bush. Let us start from the bush, through which they come. Let us begin to mount pressures there. They are seeing that the people are waxing. I'm telling you, our ESM, they are doing a very nice job. And they are not going to tell you what they are doing. And that is the reason why to tell you that they are doing a good job is because of the invasion going on in our land now. The same way they are bringing ammunition. Many of you are wondering, are we at war? We are at war. But many of you are not seeing it. Go and meet the ESN. They are the one that are going to tell you what they are confronting every day by these people. So let us not learn how to face the realities. The religious leaders, they are not good for us. They are not good for us, I tell you. They are there to deceive many of you. I don't say that they are not good ones. We have good ones. We have good ones that are preaching the gospel. Had it been they are telling you the message we want them to be telling you, by telling you to defend yourself, by telling you that the government you are seeing is the God. In other words, when the government is not functioning, you have an obligation to go and hold the government responsible. That is the reason why you see the children of Sri Lanka today. They're everywhere, rampaging. They are not at home praying so that the government will be good. What they did was they invaded the presidential apartment. As me and you is talking, they invaded there. Why did they invade the apartment? Because these are the only way they can be able to, register their grievances. They are not registering it by going to church and pray. I see a lot of you that are praying for Biafra to come. You cannot just only pray and wait for Biafra to come. You do the prayer and at the same time contribute financially for them to buy arms to defend you. Because many of you don't know how to shoot gun. We are talking about defend yourself. Not everybody, even many of you have never touched gun before. Some of you will see gun, you will run away. I know. Many of you cannot even handle it. If you see it, you will begin as if you have committed atrocities. You have committed evil. Let you go and do confession because it's a sin to touch a gun. So these are the things that have inculcated in us. We are trying to see a way to make it go away from us so that we face the realities. I leave it here, Biafran child.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much, Mazi. There is Margaret people, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, Margaret people all over the world. You are seeing us direct on BTV Channel 1 under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi. For some of you who don't know who we have today on BTV Channel 1, it's Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah, one name Methuselah. Is one of the strongest. I call him the strongest. And he's formidable. He's resolute on this Biafran restoration project. He have already chosen his part that on this quest of self-determination, Biafra must come. And we are fanatic about Biafran restoration. At the same time, we are radical about Biafra because everything about Biafra is running in our vein. We are the indigenous people. We are descendants from Chukwu Okikabi Amapurimi Henine, who sent our leader Mazi Nnamdi to come and sing this ideology into our minds so that we can start propagating this issue of Biafran restoration because we must restore Biafra. Mazi, let us see this. There's something I want to show our people now. This is announcement. This is an announcement because we have already covered our hours. Yes. After the announcement, I will open the line for you, Mazi Obinna, known as Methuselah, one name Methuselah, a comrade, to give your last speech, to encourage people of Biafra, to tell them, because we all know that we can never bring Biafra for these people. We cannot bring Biafra for them. We're only here to create awareness. If I tell you today that I will bring Biafra for you, I'm lying to you. If I tell you that I will ever give order to you, I am lying to you. Any day that you see me giving order, I want you to know that I have already deviated. Anytime you see me saying something look like order, I will also refer it to somebody that have already said it. According to our leader, according to Mazi Chike Doziem, according to Mazi Shinasa Nworu, according to Tony Nzurumike, according to Mazi Agbanim, all these people is according to them, not according to Biafran child. I can never give you order. But now pay attention to this. DOS exclusive. Join Mazi Shinasa Nworu interactive incisive section via Radio Biafra, July 10th, 2022, 7 p.m. Biafran time. So Mazi Shinasa Nworu is coming, and hosted by Mazi Jonathan, Chinedu Jonathan, I think, yes. Mazi Chinedu Jonathan is coming, incisive section. You will join them today. You ask your question, anything that you don't understand, please try and call Mazi Shinasa Nworu today on 7:30 Biafran time, BT Biafran time, which means Biafran time, via Radio Biafra. You are going to see it on Radio Biafra. Of course, we are going to share it on Rapture Media under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to also stream it on Biafran television live. And we are also going to stream it also on Biafran television on Facebook. And I want to tell all the media warriors to make sure they share the broadcast and make sure they listen. They should share it widely so that people will also contribute. Our people in Biafra land will contribute, and the people, other people that are living in every part of the world, they can also come to contribute. I want you now to give the floor to you, Mazi Obinna. I would like you to use 4 minutes so that we can be able to cover our 2 hours. I will give you 4 minutes to address people of Biafra. Of course, you are not the spokesperson of Biafran people, but we know that your position means a lot to this struggle that we all. Your position is a floor member. Also, me, the Biafran Child Watching, I'm a floor member. But what we are doing is something that is taking impact to this struggle that we all. Mazi, I want you to give your last speech to people of Biafra. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, the General. My good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom, and also those who know what it means to be free, the friends of the lovers of freedom, our brethren from other countries that have been supportive to this struggle. One of his kind is a lady we know as Karumonde. He's a Biafran by heart. I have to give her the kudos. Since we started this struggle, I've never seen her fighting with one another, fighting about money or position. These are the women that we need, and at the same time, we need the likes of Karumonde into this struggle. And I want to also thank Biafrans, especially those at home, who have, since this inception of this struggle, have been obedient to the struggle, obedient to the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, headed by Chike Doziem, as it stands now. And many of them that are not even getting the reliable information. I mean, they are not knowing, because not everything they're supposed to let us know. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have groomed us to know what is to be done at the right time. And that is why many of you have been enduring all this while. I could not even imagine many of you to endure to this extent without even running helter-skelter or to begin to join those that came to destroy this struggle. It happened that something happened to us, and we stand the pressure up to now. I am giving many of you kudos, especially those in Biafra land. I cannot begin to thank many of you enough for have been steadfast to this moment. And I know it's not easy. Just like the Biafran child said, I cannot stand on internet and give you Biafra. It's not possible. It's never done. If I come out here now to begin to tell you that I'm going to give you freedom, I'm a liar. What we are doing is to contribute to those that are working, because in every movement there must be leadership. So the leadership are the ones that are in charge of discharging the duties. What we are here is to make you to follow the rules and regulations, for you to know whether you are the right path or the wrong path. We are the media, if you are not to be mistaken. You know the job of the media. So I cannot begin to come on internet and lie to you. I can't. It is a slap on my face, and at the same time, on my own integrity, so that tomorrow when I come out here, when I talk, you will listen. Last time, I was also invited to BBC London, like I told many of you. I cannot begin to tell you because I was there in the conversation that I'm telling them that they're going to give you Biafra. It's a lie. We went there to discuss another issue, which is Commonwealth. But we are also trying to bring the plight of Biafran restoration to the conversation. But not that they are going to give us freedom. No. The freedom lies in our hand. It is the effort of you and me towards this struggle. But the advice I'm giving many of you, that if you know that IPOB is not doing the way you wanted, you are very, very much free to create your own platform. And I swear with you, if it is functioning, I will also be supportive to it. That is how this struggle is supposed to be. You cannot be in the one created by other people that you don't know their motive, you don't know their modus of operation. You begin to muzzle power on top of it, telling people that you are in charge, telling people that you are here to, pursue everybody, as if we are evil people. Had it been we are so bad, like many of you have pictured us, I don't think that this struggle will be up to now. Maybe by now it will become a history, but we continue galvanizing it, protecting it, because we know that the price of freedom is very, very hard. If we begin to look about the price of freedom, I tell you, we are not going to, begin to, bring ourselves in to fight for restoration of Biafra. I'm speaking today. I am not hiding my faces. I know the consequences. I'm not hiding under microphone or maybe form something in form of a cartoon to be speaking. No, I am bringing my face, and I know what it might entails at the long run. So, in summary, the advice I want to give many of you is that always know that the cause of freedom fighting is not an easy one. I know you want to be hearing good things, and I'm promising you, you'll be hearing it in some other platforms by telling you how they are going to wage war, how they are going to win, how they need $5,000 every second so that they can use it to go and acquire arms. So when they go to buy that arms, I don't know, they want to go and buy fighter jet. I don't know where they are going to buy it. Are you going to tell them, who are you? Are you just an individual who's coming to buy fighter jet to go and declare war and give you people freedom? I want many of you to know the right thing. Always put your ear on ground. Don't listen to lies. Like our brother said today, that they have already told them in the church again to pray for Nigeria that is in distress. This one now is not in problem. This one, Nigeria that is in distress. Maybe, I hope many of you will realize it when the Fulani have surrounded us, just like they are doing now. Wake up, Biafrans. Wake up, lovers of freedom. And at the same time, we are going to get it. And our leader must come out. How are you going to come out? By keep on obeying, and at the same time, hoping on that the legal team that are doing what they're supposed to do, because as it stands now, they are doing their job. So we cannot do media job and we go and begin to take their own job they are doing and do it for them, or to go and begin to do ESM work. We are doing the work we are doing as media. What we are in charge is, whatever you have a problem, if you have an advice, you have a kind of suggestion, we can relate it. You pass it to us. If it is a viable, we can give it to those that are matters so that it will be implemented. So this is how I'm going to drop the curtain. Thank you, Biafran Child, for bringing me to this wonderful program. And we hope to be seen again, and where we can be able to talk to our people. All hail Biafran, brothers. All hail Biafra.
Thank you very much, Mazi Methuselah, Mazi Obina, known as Mazi Obina, known as Methuselah, one name Methu Headache. I thank you very much.
Yes, brother.
I thank you very, very much for this wonderful expose that you did today. Is very, very excellent, and people on the ground, they have listened and they have already know who you are. You represent, and there is no doubt about it. And I want you to know that we must continue. This is not the end of it. We have already taken our path. We have already chosen our path, that on this Biafran restoration, we are not going to stop. And we will keep on moving without looking back an inch. And as I always tell my people, that every one of you should listen to the man in charge, which is Mazi Chike. And I want you also, everyone to understand that Mazi Shina Samuru is coming on broadcast today. It's interactive. You can call, you can ask your questions, things that you don't understand. He will explain more better. I am not in that position to explain more better. According to what you said, my brother, I also stand with on it. I can never give you Biafra. I can't tell you when Biafra will come. I am not that in position to tell you when Biafra will come. I am not in that position to tell you what will happen to our leader. We have our legal team, those that are taking care of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court case and how, who is disconnected? Okay, Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you, Mazi Obinna, because even though you have used more time, but I thank you very much for joining us today on this platform, IPOB television, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, great people of Biafra. Thank you, freedom fighters. Thank you, lovers of freedom. And make sure you join Mazi Shina Sanworu today. Date is 10th July 2022. And it's today. Time is 7:30 Biafran time. I don't know your location, but I want you to always calculate it with Biafran time so that you will be able to participate on this broadcast program that is coming. Mazi, just hold on. You are calling me, but I don't know the reason why. How great people, they called me if I can be able to receive call, but it's not going to be today. When we have time, we'll begin to receive call. This is only to connect the dots, but when time comes, we are going to be receiving call from our people so that they will also speak their minds, because like I said, everything they are saying is going direct to Biafra land. We are no more here on media to begin to speak only on media. We are trying to push this message to our people on the ground. And I want you people to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows the reason why he is today in DSS dungeon. And always make sure you put him in your prayer. Always pray for him. Always give him that word of encouragement. Always ask Okechukwu to guide him in every of his step. And every day he sleeps and wake up, try always to put him in your prayer. Because this man have suffered a lot. He have lost his parents. He couldn't even take over his father's throne. He is in exile before our politicians and our representatives, the Igwes, some Igwes and PGs, and some of our people that our leader trusted connive together and sold our leader to the zoo called Nigeria. And today, the man is still now in DSS dungeon, fighting for me and you. And you all know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in that position to take bribe and forget about this Biafra. That is why I said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my mentor. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man that my royalty will always goes to him. My royalty to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never stop till thy kingdom come, because this man have suffered a lot. Just imagine you are in your comfortable zone, doing your work, getting back home, playing with your kids, sleeping with your wife, and this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't even know what the kids are doing today, what the wife is doing. He's just there because of some of our people that they don't even reason. They couldn't even understand their left from their right. When this will happen, they will begin to tell you this IPOB self. But you have forgotten that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in that position to become your presidency or become your president in this 2023. If you can be able to compromise and listen to Fulani people. And I keep on repeating this. Any day but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have vowed, but we are just saying it as a just, let us use it to fill a gap. You know, because in every sentence, there is a key point. And there are some words that you have to use to fill the gaps. I'm just using it to fill the gap. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can compromise today, Fulani can trust Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than any other person in Biafra land. Because from the day one up to date, Every words that come out from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mouth, he stand till today. That is what they call consistency. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is consistency. And that is why we are following his footstep. That is why what I'm doing always, to make sure that I'm consistent in everything that I'm doing about this Biafran restoration project. I greet you, great people of Biafra. I greet you, freedom fighters. I greet you, my great people all over the world, that you join us today on BTV, Channel 1, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm going to be bringing the media warriors so that our people in Biafra land will begin to identify who they are. I will begin to bring them. They will begin to tell you their stories, because we have already fought a lot of war. This thing that we see, all those shenanigans that you people are seeing, that today they are nowhere to be found. We are the people that did it. Not only me, Methuselah, Mazi Okechukwu is one of them, and there are many. I will begin to bring them one after the other. I salute you all as you people join this broadcast today. I also salute our leader, Mazi Okechukwu Kanu. May your day be long. May Chukwu Okike protect you, guide you, and protect you as you are sleeping, waking up, and nothing will happen to you. And we have already promised them. We don't need to be shouting or, because people call it a lament, but we are not lamenting. We all know that our leader is still alive today. Keep the great war general. We know that our leader is still alive today. We know what our leader told us. We can never go against the instruction of our leader. We believe in C&C, command and control. Now you begin to understand. We believe in command and control. And I will keep on saying this. The Code of Conduct, Section VI says, on upset of our leader, who is in charge, Mazi Okechukwu is in charge. So whosoever you may be, from head to bottom, according to Dead Bugari, you must listen to Mazi Okechukwu, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. If you're tired, you pack your properties and leave us alone. We continue. The money in Uber account, they have already, squandered the money, but we are still moving forward today. Up to 1.something million, $740,000, they said. They have already squandered it, but we are still moving forward. So all of you that are saying that our finance is independent, I keep on saying our finance is not independent. As far as the Biafran Restoration Project, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is not independent. There is nothing about Biafran Restoration is independent. So everything goes as far as it's not independent. None of them is independent. And all of you must go and report to Mazi Okechukwu, according to who? According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not from me. I've said it. Any day that I give you order, don't even listen to me. Any day that I come and tell you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say this, without telling you who said it first, don't even listen to me. I am saying this direct to Biafran television, that over 70 million of our people are listening on the ground. I don't care, all of you on Facebook. Of course, I'm not saying I don't care, but I know why I'm saying this, because of the things that Facebook is doing. Of course, we have already gotten to this level that we are today, that I will begin to bring the media warriors, those that can be able to talk to our people, and they will begin to listen. I greet you all. Mazi Okechukwu, I salute you. You will keep on doing your great work. You will keep on leading us till our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. Anybody that have problem, you keep it aside. If you have grudges, you keep it aside. When our leader comes, begin to complain. Now you listen. I greet you all, and I salute you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu Okike bịa ma ya gozie ugwu chekwabagu gbaagu ume nekwanụ ndụ ka I wee nwee ike ịnọgide ka Biafra wee bịa na-etagokwa n'afọ nke ebe ọ dị ukwuu, wee na-ayọ ubiko Chukwu Okike, wee na-ayọ Olise bi ụwa, wee na-ayọ wee zaa na-ekpesa ala ọgwụ, wee na-ayọ usi udo ododo do ka nna ayọ Chukwu ka wee gbatara nwa obele nwa ga na-akpọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ise ndịpara na ọmagọ nga izitere ya si ka ọ bịa ka ọ gwa anyị ihe otu ọ ga-esi wee dịrị anyị na mma. Ada ọkwa na onye anyị na-eso, otu a ka m ga-eji wee sogide ya chere ụwa akwụ, otu a ka m si wee kpee ise. I thank you all till we see again. He said,